From first principles. Now, you are always going to see this question. Again, this is technical math. This is question 6 of paper 1. You are always going to have a question on first principles, and in the following questions, you can use the rule to differentiate, but always there's one on first principles. In order to solve this question, the first thing that you're going to need to do is to know the formula, or I'm sure the formula sheet will have it for you. But let's write it down here first quickly. F prime x is equal to the limit as h tends towards 0, right? And then we will have f of x plus h minus f of x. That's a f over h, right? So there's our formula. So when we see this formula, there is two parts, right? So there is this part and there is this part. You should have these two parts in order to solve the question. Let's start with this one, right? Because this one is the one that's given to us. So when they give us the question over here, they say f of x is equal to 6x minus, that's a 9, minus 9. This is the first part that they give you. So this can go straight into the formula over there. Okay, the second part that they give you, or the second part rather that we need to find this part out. So what I'm going to do here, in order to find the second part out, I'm going to write this formula again. This formula, I'm going to write it again. So we've got f of x is equal to 6x minus 9. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, right, you see this x that I've got here in the bracket? That x is this x. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to replace the x in the bracket. Instead of x in the bracket, I'm going to put something else. So instead of the x that you saw on the right hand side, there needs to be something else as well. So what am I going to put in the bracket? I'm going to put x plus h. So inside my bracket on the right hand side is also going to be x plus h, right? So this is a rule that you should know. Whatever is inside the bracket, okay, there can be anything, literally anything inside the bracket. Whatever is inside the bracket takes the place of x. So wherever you go find an x in this original question, so here was x, so you got to replace whatever x is with the x over there. So now instead of x, we have x plus h in x's place. All right, so now let's simplify this right hand side. So I'm going to multiply the 6 in, so I'm going to have 6x plus 6h minus 9. Okay, so I've got my two parts. This is the one. This part over here is going to take that place in my formula. All right, so I'm going to write down my formula for myself again quickly over here. All right, so f of x is equal to limit as h tends towards 0. We're gonna write this until I tell you we should stop writing it. In fact, we will write it until we do the substitution of h, or until h disappears. Okay, so for now we're just gonna write it. I'll show you where it disappears, and then no, it shouldn't be equal sign, and then f x plus h. So this part is gonna be the first part, 6x plus 6h minus 9. Now remember to do your substitution for the second part in bracket. So I'm going to have a minus, and now I'm going to put in bracket this part, 6x minus 9, all divided by h. Right? Okay, cool. I'm still going to write this because again I haven't done the substitution of h. Limit as h tends towards 0. So now this negative in front of my bracket is going to multiply inside. That negative is going to multiply with both of those, with a 6x and with a minus 9. And if a negative multiplies into the bracket, all the signs in the bracket is going to change. So I've got a 6x plus 6h minus 9. Because the negative multiplied in, now I'm going to have a minus 6x. And this negative multiplied in again, so I'm going to have a plus 9 all over h. So you will always get to this step. You should expect this to happen. After the substitution is done, a ton of things are supposed to cancel out. So there's a 6h, there's a minus 6h, okay, they are gone. There's a minus 9, here's a plus 9, okay, they are gone. So you are always going to expect the majority of what you have to disappear after the substitution. Okay, what next? Again, this limiting stays here. I'll let you know when it disappears. For now, we still write it. What do I have on top? I have my 6h on top. Everything else is gone. And my h at the bottom. Okay, so let's maybe just chat about this first. The reason we couldn't do any substitution of h so yet is because there's a h here at the bottom in our denominator. So if I do put h as 0 in there right now, I would have 0 as a denominator. That's the reason we can't do the substitution of h. Okay, where are we now? We have 6h divided by h. The h's will now cancel out. H's cancel out. So what am I left with? I'm left with 6 over 1, which is just 6. Right? So now I'm going to put it here. I'm going to take it away in a second. Limit as h tends towards 0 of just 6. Now notice here, there's only a 6. There's no h's anymore. Okay, so there's no need to write this part because there is no h. Okay, again, I told you we will continue writing it until one of two things, until either there is no h, which is where we've gotten to now, or if we do substitute the value of h, then the limit of h tends towards 0 will be gone. Right? So if we do the substitution, then it disappears, or if there is no more h. So over here, we've cancelled out all of our h's and we only are left with 6. That is differentiating from first principles. Make sure you practice this. Make sure you get comfortable with this. I guarantee you this will be in every exam.